What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty, the LEGO guy here, and welcome to another LEGO review. Today we're taking a look at the 90th anniversary Galaxy Explorer. That's set 10497. It has 1,254 pieces, 5 minifigures. It came out in 2022, and it retails for 100 USD. Now, the 90th anniversary sets have been getting a lot of hype. We're going to take a look at this model's positives and negatives and see where it stands. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And to kick us off, we'll begin by taking a look at the box art. Love the simplicity of this. Really reminds us of the 1980s and 1990s space boxes, which is what this harkens back to, specifically the 1980s. And as you can see, it's 90 years of play. This is one of the 90th anniversary sets. You guys know that, but it's just clarifying that on the box. On the side, it shows off the ship a little bit more. And then on the back, it gets into a bunch of the different features that this set has. Was really impressed with the amount of playability it does include, which we will get into in this review. Then moving to the other side, it just has a bunch of writing. On the top, we have the 2 minifigures. And then on the bottom, just the ship again. Let's now take a look at the ship itself. And we'll give you guys a 360 view like we always do. If you're wondering how big this ship is, I was shocked to find out that it is about 20 inches in length or 52 centimeters, and it's about a foot wide or 32 centimeters in width. So this is definitely a sizable ship. I really didn't think it was this big. And yeah, that's definitely a positive. For $100, this is extremely generous with over 1,200 pieces. And as you can see, there's a lot of detail. They really knocked this out of the park. I'm going to try not to be too positive in this review just because it's a really good looking ship. But let's now break it down area by area. And the first area that we'll center in on is going to be the main cockpit. So first thing you'll notice is they have the LEGO Space logo, making it very authentic. And if you want to access the pilots, or the crew I should say, you can open it up just like so. There's a number of computer pieces. And also, in case you guys are wondering, there are no stickers in this set whatsoever. Really appreciated that. You know how I feel about stickers. No stickers at all. It has a bunch of the old school kind of control panels, but then also some new control panels, as you can see. What's hilarious is they steer the ship with steering wheels. Thought that was kind of comical. And there's some printing on the side, LL928. I believe the last Galaxy Explorer from the early 80s was 927. So it's a number up, or the next model. And what's interesting too is if you remove these 2 minifigures, they have a hallway to the other side of the interior of the ship. That's the other thing. Huge interior with this model. So let's go to the back, and there you can see they have a little robot, some more printed pieces, and we will take a look at him a little bit closer when we look at the minifigures. They also have some windows right here, which it just adds a little bit more realism to it. And I'll show you the other side of the ship. As you can see, some more printed pieces, and then by far my favorite printed piece in this entire set. In fact, we're just going to remove it and give you guys a closer look, is this printed piece. I think that looks awesome. Really reminds me of the Exploring theme because they had some computers that had minifigures on them. And the other thing too, if you're wondering what these white looking tables are, well, they're not tables. In fact, they are beds. So if you want to make your little minifigure go to sleep, he fits in there nice and snug. You can very easily just close it back up. Thought that was very smart, just adds a little bit more to the ship. And then back here, okay, we're not even gonna get into that. Well, we are gonna get into that, but how you access that area of the ship is you see these massive engines, which look great, by the way. You can open her up like so. And on either side, they have a little wrench along with a walkie-talkie. And we'll show this off while we're back here. They have a little rover. In fact, if you want to make one of the minifigures land on the surface and take off, you can do that. And this is a door that leads to the cabin. So just the interior on this is phenomenal. Absolutely love it. Now, if you're wondering, can I land this ship, Ty? Well, yes, you can. In fact, if you want to stick this ship in landed mode, all you have to do is, you see down here, if you want to land it, these pieces fold out, and now it has landing gear. It's a little bit lackluster down here, very plain, but you're not going to see it anyways. And now you can land the ship. And now we've come to probably my favorite feature of this entire set, which is this little rover. And if you're wondering, how do I get this little rover down? Well, does it jump off? How does it work? How it kind of works is, you see this, you just pull that down and this big black plate comes off and it can roll right off. Very smartly designed. Again, just 10 out of 10 with the creativity with this model. Getting into probably the last feature with this ship. You see these engines on either side? Well, you can pull them off. And it's kind of odd, but they're little rockets, and you can stick a minifigure on here. And now you can kind of fly around with it. Probably my least favorite feature out of this entire set. It is creative, I don't mind it, but it's just a little bit weird. It's not very realistic, but I mean, again, it's Lego. It's supposed to be creative. And then the last thing that I wanted to show off too is if you can open up these little compartments, and there's little flashlights on this side. And then on the other side, open her up, and there's another air tank. But yeah, that pretty well does the ship. Again, really like it. Like the fact there's even these arrows right here. 10 out of 10 as far as the model goes. Let's now take a look at the minifigures. And here we have 3 of the 5 minifigures that are included. So you get 2 of the red crew members along with 2 of the white ones, along with this really cool looking little robot. And then give you guys a view of their back torso printing, back face printing. There is none, in case you're wondering. If you're looking for very detailed minifigures, this is not the set for you. But if you're looking for classic space, then this is going to be right up your alley. Pretty simple. It is a simpler time. The only thing they have, the only printing, is their face printing, which is the authentic yellow faces with smiles, along with the LEGO Space logo. Overall though, do quite like these guys. There isn't too much to say. These helmets are kind of odd. It was right before you could kind of put a visor on top of them. They designed it a little bit differently shortly after they made these helmets. Early 90s, late 80s, I'd say. Anyways, overall, pretty good looking minifigures. Again, they're simple, so don't expect a whole bunch of complexity or printing or leg printing. They don't have that, which makes sense because they're supposed to be representing an earlier time. Let's now get into the end of the review and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. This ship has it all. It's the perfect mix between classic space and, you know, kind of giving it a facelift. I absolutely love this model. I can't really I don't have any complaints about it. I think it's very fairly priced. The minifigures are, well, they're good for what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be the classic type minifigure. If you're looking for detail, maybe steer clear from this one. But if you're just looking for an overall very good looking set, I think that this is definitely worth the purchase. Some people have said that it's not too sturdy. I'd say check the instructions again just to make sure you built it right, because it's a very sturdy little ship. Or I shouldn't say little, this is actually a pretty large shuttle if we're being, you know, perfectly honest. But as always guys, let me know what your personal thoughts are on this one. If you like it, if you don't, any areas you think they could maybe improve on it. I just think it's very fairly priced. Great looking model, awesome looking classic minifigures, and yeah, I think it's worth the buy, especially if you get this on sale. It's worth that all day long. But that pretty well does the review. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, you know, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future LEGO 90th anniversary sets, promo sets. We kind of do it all on this channel, and yeah, I just really like this set overall. But that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, guys. I do really appreciate the support, and I'll catch you on the next one.